Welcome to the Founders Table podcast, where we unveil the insights behind entrepreneurship and becoming the CEO of your own life. Subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram and TikTok for more.
All right, we're back with another episode of the Founders Table. I'm joined by the man who just got another questionable tattoo, Mr. Anthony Basilio.
Hey, it's a good one.
I know it's a good one.
Come on.
It's a good one.
You cannot make fun of that one.
I can't. I can make fun of the other ones, but I can't make fun of that one. Why don't you explain the, I mean, you don't have to show it, but you could explain
I can show it.
the tattoo.
It's a nice little tattoo. If you can see it. Yeah, so I've been wanting to get something that signifies how I live my life as far as, mental resiliency and strength and growth and stability and facing adversity. So I was in Mexico with my wife on vacation, with my family on vacation last week, and halfway through the week, she's like, "We should get tattoos while we're here." I'm like, "Yeah, you know what? I've been wanting to get something. That we got to find somebody good though out here. We're in Zihuatanejo, So my son Dario, my 17-year-old, can I get one too?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was shocked that I even said yes. But I'd rather him get a tattoo, believe it or not. He keeps asking me for more piercings. He wanted to get like one of these. I'm just like, he already has the nose one, and like I'd rather him get a tattoo that's significant than just keep fucking piercing his face up. So we said, okay, so pick something cool. I said, all right, let's find. So he found somebody, and like I was actually really impressed with the guy's Instagram, and I said, God, this guy's really good. Called the guy up. He's like, yeah, I could do it, no problem. What are you guys looking for? I'm like, give me a little time. So I started looking up things that signify what I'm looking for. ChatGPT, Google, and ChatGPT actually came up with this design.
Really?
Yeah, and my wife wanted to get the same thing, a little bit smaller on her forearm because her forearm's smaller than mine. And we came up with this, sent it to the guy. He's like, I could do it, no problem. So we scheduled the time. So he sent me to locate the location to go to his tattoo shop. So like we're in the cab. The cab's like looking at the thing. He's like, have you been here before? I'm like, no, I don't know where the fuck I'm going. He's like, okay. He's like, I've never been to this part of Zihuatanejo before. And we pull into like this like weird like parking lot apartment building, and I'm like, guy just drops us off. I'm like, where the fuck's this tattoo shop? All of a sudden the guy like out like a second floor window's like, over here. I'm like, are we going in this fucking guy's house? And it was in this guy's house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had like a room in his house. And I was like looking around, super nice guy, but the room was like all professional. He had all the
sterilization equipment.
Yeah,
and all
he
that.
had everything, and he already had drawn them up. He had them all drawn up. Looked at them, and he's like, all right, it's going to be 3,200 pesos, whatever. I'm like, okay. I do the calculations. I'm like, for each one. He's like, no, for all three. It was like $150 for 3 tattoos.
Wow. And what would that normally cost?
Here?
Yeah.
200, 250 each.
Really?
At least, maybe
Really?
more.
Really?
Yeah, it was about an hour and a half each.
So
one.
what does it signify?
So it signifies strength, stability, mental resilience, growth. The little dot signifies clarity and grounding, and then the line signifies facing through adversity.
Nice.
Which I faced through a lot of adversity in my life, so I really like the meaning of it. And we both got it. We're both happy with it, and new addition to.
All right, so that's one I won't make fun of.
Thank God, finally. Everything else, fucking guy.
Hey,
No, my son got a whole different one. He got like this crazy looking one on his forearm as well that signifies like anarchy and what was the other word? I forgot what it was. But my son's a big rebel, and he's very opinionated when it comes to like, I'm trying to get him to like stop being so vocal about his opinions sometimes. Like, look, I respect any opinions of anybody, but you don't gotta talk about it or frown upon somebody that doesn't have the opinions that you have. Yeah. You can't do that. Literally, families break because of it. Friendships break because of these things when it comes to it. And just respect people's opinions, but don't have to be so vocal against somebody else's opinions. Right. Just like you got to be careful with everything in life.
Yeah. Because
even when you get into the real workforce and the work world, like you can't be in the work world and constantly talking about, like, you could have a manager that's the opposite of you and you literally get fired because of shit like that. I'm like, so it's just calm the fuck down,
Yeah. Well, he's your child, so I think you're fairly opinionated.
Complete opposite opinions than me, but I respect anybody's opinion. I respect his opinions and his views too. No problem.
I always say that like whatever someone's saying, it's their truth.
Yeah, that's all.
And it could be different than your truth, but it's very hard to convince someone like that doesn't share the same truth, that your truth is the reality and theirs
or
is
what's
not.
right or wrong or
Yeah,
true
because
or false.
it's coming from like their perspective, their upbringing, their, all the things that came in their life. And what you said, so centering, strength, resilience,
growth, stability, facing through adversity.
And facing through adversity.
Yeah.
I mean,
a lot of good meanings.
Well, yeah. I think you just described the plight of an entrepreneur. You know?
Pretty much.
Like staying centered, always focused on growth, like building towards stability,
mental resiliency,
having strength, and having the mental resiliency to see it all the way through.
I've been really talking a lot about mental resiliency, like a lot the past couple of months to the managers, the leadership team. I keep trying to explain to them how important it is to have the same mental resiliency when things are good and when things are bad, right? And if you could just have that no matter what and not react emotionally and put you in a worse mood when things are bad, it's like one of the most important attributes to have, as a manager or any kind of leadership position, is to have that mental resiliency.
And it's easier said than done.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Yeah, and I think I was sharing, with your team is like, as much as you and I preach, teach, and practice it, we're not impermeable to it. Like we still have like our days,
Yeah.
Like when we were leaving here yesterday, and if there was a cat walking by, you might have kicked it. It was like, get out of my way, cat.
Yeah, I was pissed.
Yeah, but like you and I have tools, and we have each other. We have like an expanded network of people at the founders table that we can just like air that out and not feel like we're the only one that is going through whatever we're going through.
Yep.
I mean, because I think most people are going through something, like you can't have life without like resistance. You can't have life without, I guess you could, but I mean, you still have joy. You still have all of these things. And the thing that I've recognized is you can't have one without the other.
Yep.
You can't have joy without pain. We can't have laughter without tears. You can't have, gratitude without fear. But
there's no winning without losing.
Right. But you can't have them both at the same time.
Nope.
And so you get to choose like what you want to apply to that day or to your life, and really how you want your life to look.
I agree.
So today I was gonna, talking about opinions. I was meeting with a lot of your leadership team, and hearing their opinions about why things are working, why things aren't working, opinions about the people, and their opinions all matter. I think one opinion that's probably not up for debate is like, how do you really grow like a team, whether it's an operations team, customer service team, management team, executive team. And what I was finding was what I already knew is like I call it like the you got those triangles, right? Like, and triangles, the ones you have in particular, are all equal sided. And I think sometimes people try to build a management team or some team without all sides of the triangle being completely congruent, And so if you look at it, there's three sides. There's training, there's leadership, and there's management, right? Like there's the training of whatever the tools, the tactics, the practical tactical things that you do. You gotta teach them and train them how to do the job properly. But your job's not done there, right? Because then you have to lead people. You have to motivate. You have to inspire. You have to help them go from where they are to where they want to be. And then your job's not done there. Then you got to manage it, right? You got to manage that whole process and make sure that they continue on with the training, that they continue to develop, and that they're understanding what winning and losing looks like. My experience has been that people will either microdose those at some degree, and they'll never get the full result, or they'll go heavy-handed into one and think their job is done, or they'll completely, abandon one of those components, and then they wonder why, things aren't growing.
It don't fucking stop, dude.
It doesn't.
No.
And I think we want it to be a set it and forget it proposition. But
I used to have this guy. I used to call him Mentor Mike. He was a guy that really helped me and Kevin out back in Jersey. Very successful guy. And he used back then, back in like 2012, he used to call us the worst business owners in the United States of America. That's how he used to make fun. You guys are the worst business owners ever.
Thank you.
Back then we didn't know a lot about finances, about anything, And he used to always say, dude, he's like, business is supposed to be boring. He's like, your feet should be up on the desk and things should be running. I'm still waiting for that day to happen 16 years later.
Did he have that for himself?
He did.
Wow.
He's a very smart guy. He just had a fucking machine working. Everybody that he put in place were the right people in the right seats, in the leadership positions. They all did their job efficiently. They had a couple meetings a week. Everything was just, now it was also a less human intensive business than what I have. It was basically a large email marketing company, and they would do JV deals with people who had large email lists, and they'd make deals to monetize their email list with offers and do a revenue share. Huge fucking business. But he had the thing on just fucking, he was making millions a year on autopilot. And I was just like, yeah, one day I'm gonna, it's gonna be boring for me too. And it hasn't been boring ever.
Well, I think that begs the question of like, well, why isn't it, or why can't it be, and maybe like, kind of going back to that, like looking at training, leading, managing, like maybe there might be an element that's missing. And sometimes it could be you just have the wrong person like doing that thing. Because I think you said something about Mentor Mike, is that he had the right people in the right seats.
He used to always talk about that. You got to have the right people in the right seats, and he did. He just had everybody in the right seat,
And the right people.
The right people in the right seat.
Yeah, because you could have the wrong person in the right seat.
Yeah.
And I've experienced that. Yeah, because it's fun for me because I still am running my business. By the way, dude, we just did a head count. We have 17 people. Like between,
do you really now?
between full-time and fractional folks.
Wow.
17 people. I was like, wow. Like in 2.5 years,
Is Pam your CFO?
No, she's not. We have a Blue Sky, a gal named Vanya.
Oh, okay. Fractional?
Yeah, fractional. Yeah. And we're not quite at the level where we need, a full-time CFO. So we have Financial Fridays, and we go over the numbers. We look at cash flow projections, then we do, obviously monthly P&Ls. We also have a daily tracker too. So we have we have a thing called the Beachhead. And so the Beachhead is like, funny story behind that, but like how close are we to taking the beach, right? And so like how
Who came up with that?
I did, because like I was trying to figure out a way, because like my business, like we have a lot of like really like brilliant minds and thought leaders. And that's a blessing, and it could also be a curse,
Yeah, of course.
Like, everybody has a new idea. Everybody has their own way of looking at things, and I love the collaborative think tank. But at some degree, you got to pick like one direction and execute, right? So I was trying to think about like, how do I get everybody on the same page and like bought into this, right? So I was taking a flight, and I actually saw it was the movie about. Not Roosevelt, but Churchill. It was a movie about Churchill. Have you seen that movie?
No.
Oh my God, you got to watch it, dude. Like Churchill was the most unlikely guy to be prime minister, during the most darkest time of probably humanity, and certainly in the UK. And anyway, and he was able to get like everybody to rally around his war cry, right? And so I was inspired by that. So I went into this meeting, and we got everybody around the table. And I said, before I kick off the meeting, I want to ask everybody a question. I was like, do you speak German? And like, no. Do you speak German? No. Do you, Nick, where are you going with this? Just humor me. Do you speak German? I don't speak German either, right? Do you know why we don't speak German? Because German's such a like kind of it's a obscure language, right?
Yeah.
That really not a lot of people speak unless you're German.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, like enlighten us. Why don't we speak German? I was like, because we won World War II. We won World War II. Like if we didn't win World War II,
We don't speak fucking German.
we would either be speaking German or Japanese. We certainly wouldn't be speaking English, and we certainly wouldn't be an American, right? But we are an American, and we had to fight hard, to make that true. And like it was a literal bloodbath, and it was a very dark time, and we had to have this greater vision from the current circumstance. And I ask everybody, what was the turning point in World War II? It was D-Day, right? It was D-Day. And the singular objective of D-Day was take the beach.
Take the
That's
beach.
Take the beach, because if we don't get onto the beach, we can't bring in.
Is that Storm the Beach on Normandy?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
that day, right?
yeah. Like that. Take the beach.
Yeah.
You could talk about rebuilding Europe. You could talk about all the things that we're going to do to, make this all great again. But if we don't take the beach, and if we're not able to get the troops successfully onto that beach, and all the artillery and all the other things that are required to win the war, we lose. And so, are we going to have casualties? Yes. Is it going to go perfectly? No. But the singular objective is do not stop until we take the beach. And so I said, now, I love the big vision and all the things we want to do, but we got to take the beach, right?
I like that.
And it got everybody like, oh, man, if we do this one.
That's a good setting the tone right there.
Yeah, if we do this one thing, then everything else opens up, So now we have like the beachhead tracker and like
the beachhead tracker.
Yeah, and like the memes are great. Like we're taking the beach, we're planting the flag. Take the beach, win the war, right? Win the battle, win the war. So anyway, I think going back to the origins of this conversation is that, like, if you find yourself in a position where you're like, I'm not kicking my feet up, then all right, like, where are we not training? Where are we not leading? Where are we not managing? I think if you can kind of start there, then it'll help. And then, do we have the right leaders?
Yeah.
Right. I think that's a big question. Someone said something the other day, and I don't know if you agree with this or not. They said you're one who away from the how.
You're one who away from the how. That's good.
You're one who away from. That sounds like a Dr. Seuss book.
It does.
Like, you're one who away from the how. Like, you're one person from like the how to get this done.
It's so hard in my kind of business specifically because, naturally, when you have a sales centric organization, the people that become the managers of the sales teams are your highest producers, right?
Because that's sort of a natural thought process.
Because they earned it, right? And they earned the opportunity to make more money, but they literally have zero training in leadership and management skills. So the expectation for us to think they're going to be great managers just because they were great salesmen, and that's just to their defense. And they're good kids and they listen, but they did it. Their skill set was good at talking over the phone and closing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what do? You bring in an outside person who's not part of the culture and doesn't know how we operate to all of a sudden be the boss of these guys who are salesmen. So it's this weird paradox, and I think it's very common in sales-centric organizations that this happens. I mean, everybody I've talked to, the same thing. Don't ever make your best closers managers, right? But also, like, I feel a sense of loyalty where they earn the opportunity to be elevated. So it's this weird thing, and we're going through it right now, right? You're trying to help us level up our leadership team and teaching them how to manage and train better. But at the same time, they're our best salespeople. They should be on more calls and closing because that's their best attribute.
Right.
So and I get it.
Well, maybe it's the same dichotomy of, like, did we train them properly?
Yeah.
Are we leading them properly? Are we managing?
Do we even
them
have
properly?
the right training to train them properly?
Right.
Because
you're right. Like, I think you could turn a top producer into a manager. Or that top producer just always be a top producer, and then you got to figure out ways to like
a Mark.
Yeah, incentivize him. Yeah,
Yeah.
And then I look at Mark. I look at the attributes. Like, Mark is training himself, Mark is leading himself, and Mark is managing himself. Like, I mean, he's a bit of a unicorn.
Yeah, there's not many, and I just like you, I've had thousands of people work for me in the past 15 years. And he's one of very few who has all the attributes like that.
I should have recruited him while I had the chance.
Yeah, you had the opportunity.
I did.
Yeah, too bad.
I did. It's not too late. Mark, come in here. We need to talk. No, but I think you walked out of the room today, but I was talking about, like, tools, right? And like, tools being only as good as the person using and knowing how to use that tool, right? And also equally their willingness to pick the tool up and make it a tool. When I was running those crazy events, the blackout events, remember up on my ranch?
Thank God I never came to one of those.
Oh, I would have loved to have you for a day.
Fuck that.
I would have loved to have you and Kevin.
I saw the videos.
I
don't want any part of that.
I would love to have you and Kevin for a day, put you in the boxing ring.
Fucking torture.
I mean, how good?
The boxing ring would have been cool.
How fun would that be to box Kevin?
That would have been cool.
That would have been fun, right?
That would have been cool.
It's good. It's like good brotherly love. You know?
That's cool.
Yeah, but anyway, like, I would take them out in the forest, and I would make them chop down a tree. Have you ever chopped down a tree?
I don't think I ever have.
Did you never have?
Like actually chop down a tree? No.
Like a full tree?
No.
And not just some like,
No,
you know,
like a real tree.
Not
Yeah,
some,
I've done that,
yeah,
but I know what you mean. Like
not
a real,
not some Irvine
like
company.
here's a couple axes, chop that. It's going to take you hours and hours and hours and hours.
Yeah. And it will take you longer if you don't know how to chop the tree down.
Yeah.
Like, I guess we could argue, is chopping a tree down impossible?
No.
No, right? It happens all the time, right?
Yeah.
And then if you look at chopping a tree down, there's many ways to do it. You could have a chainsaw. That's a better tool, right? A more efficient tool, and it'll help you chop it down faster. You could have one of those crazy machines that comes over, rips it all out and does it. Or you go back to like an axe, right? So this, we would do it with an axe. And I had all these cool black axes. And I'd say, hey, what's this? You know, and everybody would say, it's an axe. Yeah. Well, that's what you label it as. But really, it's just a hunk of metal. It's just a hunk of metal. Right? It only becomes an axe when you are willing to A, pick it up, and then B, know how to actually use it. Because if you take that axe and you turn it around and now you have the blunt side and you just hit the tree, you're never chopping that tree down. Even though you have the right tool, you're not using the tool properly.
Yeah.
Right? And even if you know how to use the tool, but then you're swinging here and you're swinging here and you're swinging here, like you're never going to do it. You can chop down a tree very efficiently if you swing it the right way in the right direction over a series of time. That tree, no matter how big, is going to fall, right? And so I think that's the same thing that we have to do as owners and managers and leaders in our organizations. We have to give them the tool. We have to understand that they have a willingness and a buy-in to pick up that tool, that they know how to use the tool, and then we have to like lead them, guide them, and then manage the process that they're using the tool in, right? So, you know, I think if there's something lacking in your organization, like you just ask yourself, where am I not training? Where am I not leading? Where am I not managing? Pretty simple.
Simple.
I think that should be your next tattoo. Can we just put the words underneath the triangle?
I'll just get a tattoo of a fucking axe, okay?
You probably would get a tattoo of an axe.
Of an axe?
Yeah.
Like right here on this forearm?
Yeah, go great with your lion. and whatever like family crest you got or something. What else you got?
Were you away last week?
I was, dude, I went to Tulum. I had my event in Tulum. So I left, I think, on Sunday. I got back on Saturday. Oh, man. I went out to Palm Springs to my buddy's 50th birthday party.
Oh, how was it?
Incredible.
It was at the house that I went to?
No.
The White House?
No. They rented this.
He rented? He didn't use that house?
No.
That house is like Mykonos.
Dude, this place made that house look like the guard shack.
He literally rented another house instead of using that sick house.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's sick.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Who DJ'd there? Who performed?
So they opened it up with the Spasmatics. Have you ever heard of the Spasmatics?
No.
They're amazing. They're like an 80s cover band.
Oh, no, I don't know that.
They're incredible. Whatever song they're singing, it's like whoever wrote it is performing. And they come out and they dress like nerds. They're amazing. They pulled me up on stage.
Did they?
Yeah. I'm not shy about doing that. So it opened up with the Spasmatics. Then Too Short came out.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, he's 60 years old.
Wow.
60 years old, and he's still doing his thing. Then after Too Short, I don't know the name of the group, but they won like America's Got Talent. They do like this laser light show. They're like these ninjas that come out. Freaking fantastic, dude. Like they did this crazy dance with these laser lights, almost like the Jabberwockies, but like an elevated version of that. Then after them, then Nelly came out.
You had Nelly there
Yeah,
too?
Nelly came out, and then after Nelly, it was Snoop Dogg.
And then you had Snoop Dogg close it out?
Yeah, Snoop Dogg.
How awesome was it?
Bro, it was incredible. I mean, and I'm from like me to the camera to Snoop, you know,
That's
me to the
amazing.
camera to Nelly.
How many people?
Hard to say because the place was so big, but they like where they built the stage, like, you know, that was like intimate. So I'd say 200 people.
Did you stay there?
No, we stayed at his actual house.
At the other house?
Yeah, he stayed at that house.
Yeah.
This place that they did it, and I don't know how much I can say, but this place they did is right by Coachella.
Yeah.
And it's what they rent out to all the celebrities and stars and all
Yeah.
that. And then he had this guy DJ Eric Rhodes. I don't know if you ever heard this guy, but he does like crazy mashups, like Morgan Wallen and Warren G together. You know, and it's phenomenal. So in between all of those major acts was this like major DJ like doing his thing.
And
Like
the food must have been tremendous.
you know, the food was actually It was good, but it was like all of his favorite things, you know. So it wasn't like
It's his fucking birthday.
Yeah, it wasn't like it wasn't like hoity-toity. He said, he goes, hey, when he got up there and gave his little like welcome toast, he said, I wanted to be with the people that I loved. I wanted to be doing the things that I loved, eating the things that I loved, and listening to the music that I loved.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of like a compilation of all his life to that point. It was rad, dude. It was so cool.
How do I get into these parties?
I gotta hang out more, you know.
Fucking A,
I
bro.
know, like it was
Gotta
like
make more money.
it was like an act of Congress getting in there, but it was
I'm
incredible.
sure.
So I went literally from Tulum to that party. Was home I wasn't even home. I was like in Palm Springs. Then I flew from there to New York. I was in Brooklyn, New York. Met with this company, dude. In 6 years, they built $1 billion valuation, 1.6 billion.
Doing what?
Payment processing, but they're
Wow.
they're really becoming like a fintech company, like incredible minds, dude.
Payment processing.
The average person in this company was 28 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, I looked around like,
What's the name of the company? Can you say?
I don't know if I can say.
Oh, tell me later.
Yeah, I'll tell you later. But incredible. Like met them. Like it was just like talk about one who away. They have several who's and they're
Wow.
getting the things done.
God bless them.
Yeah. And then I went from there to Tampa. Visited one of our clients in Tampa. You met him at Park City.
Yep.
Hung out with Kevin.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about Nandor, right?
No, I didn't hang out with Nander. It was Lee.
Oh, Lee.
Yeah,
Lee.
yeah.
Okay. One of our clients too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's one of your clients.
Great guy.
Dude, by the way,
I love that guy. Another location he opened up.
You need to get him on camera.
Yeah, I know. He loves us.
No,
he loves
like
Leona.
he was just like on the last call, he was like, Leona, we would be lost without her.
Yeah, she's
Bro,
so good.
you know how many reviews they have? Like they're averaging like 60 reviews a week.
That's awesome.
Like 60.
That makes me happy.
Their visibility, if you type in their name, like it comes up.
Leona's an MVP player.
Dude, the amount of searches and she created that calculator. They launched the AI chatbot. Like he should be like a great case study that maybe you even take businesses to the next level.
Yeah.
With. I think we're missing the mark.
He
on
gets
that.
he gets the special white glove VIP
He
treatment
gets the
too.
founders table
He gets the
treatment.
founders table VIP treatment.
Yeah, any of you founders out there, like we get the founder table treatment. So like that's incredible. Then I went from there to Charlotte, North Carolina. I did a VIP day there in Charlotte, North Carolina. Then finally came back home. So I didn't sleep in my bed for 2 weeks.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
When did you get back?
Friday night or Saturday? Friday night.
Oh,
Friday
wow.
night, yeah.
That's why I haven't heard from you.
Yeah,
And
dude,
where the fuck's this guy been? No pictures of food,
Yeah.
nothing.
No, I'm still on it though, bro. I'm still on it.
All right, let's get back on the pictures, though. I don't trust you. All right, peptides are next.
I gotta wait for my my thing.
I'm fucking crushing peptides right now.
I don't know if I should. I asked Dr. David Boyd, like, should I do that before my surgery? He's like, you know.
No, just wait.
Yeah, just
What's
wait.
the big deal? It's a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm on a good protocol right now.
Really?
Yeah, it's the best I felt in a long time.
Are you on that one that does like it attaches to your like dopamine and your adrenal glands and like holds dopamine and naturally? Have you got that one? I don't know.
I never heard the reference of that, but I am on like 6 different peptides
Are
right
you
now.
on like a brain one?
I'm on retatrutide.
That's the appetite one, right?
Yeah, but it has tons of other benefits outside of appetite. I'm taking 2 right now called D-Sip and
And these are all jabs.
Yeah, but they're in a little insulin needle. It's like nothing.
How do you know how much to take?
There's a dosing protocol that comes with it. You know exactly how much to take. It tells you when to take it, what frequency to take it.
Is it all pre-mixed? Or you got to put the saline in there? and everything?
No. So you get the powder in the mail, and then you get the water in the mail, and then you just put the water inside the thing, and then you got to keep it in the refrigerator.
You got to get rid of the air bubbles.
Yeah, nah, it's so simple in the little thing. It's like nothing. But I'm taking Epital.
So is it like 6 a day?
No. I'll put like
All of it in one?
yeah.
Can you mix it like that?
Yeah, you can mix it like that. Yeah, all 1 or 2.
Like a little
sometimes.
peptide cocktail?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm taking those Epitalin and D-Sip, which are for because I have problems sleeping and waking up in the middle of the night, and this is supposed to reset your melatonin or whatever, melatonin, whatever it's called inside your body. So I'm taking those, and I'm taking a combo called Clo, which is GHKCU, which is great for your skin, and then these 3 other ones, which are for healing and anti-inflammatory, which are KPV, BPC 157, and TB 500. So that's in one vial.
What about NAD?
I'm taking NAD plus, and then I'm taking 1 amino MQ, and then I'm taking one called MOTS-C.
Jeez, you're like a like a little walking peptide billboard.
Well, now that I have access to it because of my wife's new med spa she works at, you know, I get it like it's like at a finger touch away, and then the lab is right here in the U.S. So I'm just like, and I get it for obviously a great price now because of access. So I'm all about.
I gotta do some more research, because I'll tell you what, like. I'm 46. I'm not 26, and I'm not even 36. And like that 2 weeks, man, like it took me out.
My energy my last 2 weeks has probably been the best I felt in a while. I usually like take little half-hour naps like during lunchtime when these guys go to lunch. I'll just lay down for a half hour and take a little nap. And I'm not tired at all.
Really?
Yeah, I feel fucking great. I got great energy. I'm
look
recovering faster. I had some ailments on my shoulder and my knee. I don't even feel them right now. I feel fucking tremendous, dude. You know?
See, it's all about it. It's all about.
See this right here? So my Whoop tells you.
That thing doesn't work.
Yeah. Look, here's my biological age.
43.
So right now it says I'm aging 6.1 years younger than my real age.
Wow.
How you like that?
Wow,
All
look
right?
at that.
I'm going backwards.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no wonder you were out at the rock concert till midnight last night. You're going to a nightclub tonight.
Did I show you the guy?
Yeah, that guy's
How
hilarious.
fucking great is that guy? Yeah, this dude, 72 years old. Hey, you know what?
We should all be so lucky.
To be 72 up there
Doing
performing
the
and
thing you
screaming
love?
and yelling, doing things you love. I mean, that was
amazing.
great to see.
Yeah.
The guy, the band's called Pentagram for anybody that's older, been around forever. My son likes them, so I went with my 17-year-old son. And my other son came, too, to go watch this 72-year-old guy. And I was like, wow, man, this is crazy.
I want to be a 72-year-old rocker. I think God did not bless me with musical talent because he knew that I would not survive my 20s or 30s. I barely survived my 20s and 30s as is, let alone with some musical talent. Put me on stage. Oh, my God. He designed me for a different stage. All right, well, I think this is the stage of the conversation where we exit stage left.
Time to go to the gym.
We'll see you. Go to the gym. We'll see you guys on the next episode of The Founders Table. Thank you to Mackenzie for making this happen.